Hi folks, I recently saw a video online of somebody who had a problem with trying to be able to reach nuts and bolts that aren't very accessible, that are down in behind other engine parts or other parts of equipment that you really can't get a wrench on very well, and you don't have any kind of way to put torque on the wrench, whether you're talking a ratchet or a box end wrench, an open end wrench, and he was stuck. He didn't know what to do. In fact, his situation, he was trying to change some plugs on his Subaru, and he basically rounded off two of the plugs trying to get them out because they were down in behind all the other junk they put on cars these days, so he couldn't really get at them. He called the dealership and they wanted over $700 to change the plugs out for him, and he thought that was absolutely insane, which he's right, that is insane. But he ended up talking to an older gentleman who had a tool that he said, look, I've used this for work on cars, and it works wonderfully, and it can be used for a couple different applications as well, not just taking plugs out. Not that I'm doing a lot of plug removal on my vehicles, and the farm equipment or the landscaping equipment I have, the plugs are easily accessible. But I do have a problem right now with my Mercedes. I have a terrible oil leak in the front of the engine, and I believe it's coming from the timing cover, which is a small silver cover on the very front face of the engine, the part that faces towards the radiator in the front. You can see it there. If you look down in it, you can see it's right below the serpentine belt, and it's sitting on the front of the engine. Just has two little bolts to take out, and behind it is a rubber gasket, and over time the rubber gasket wears out and then the oil leaks out. I believe that's what the issue is. I've had it in the shop now twice. They haven't been able to fix it right. In fact, the last time the one mechanic even took the serpentine belt off to try to get at it. But I've seen online some of the Mercedes guys say, no, you don't have to do all that. But the issue still is, how do you get down in a very narrow space to get at those little nuts or bolts, whatever they are, to take them out, to pull the cover off and put a new gasket on? Well, I think this may be my solution, and I may use it for other things too. This is, I guess they call this a Co-Beast. There were several of these on Amazon, and this is not the one the guy in the story with the Subaru got. He got a more expensive one. Maybe it's better quality, I don't know. But I got one that I thought would work for me, because this is a tool. When I need it, but it's not something I'm going to use very regularly. So let me show it to you. It's a pretty neat design. Whoever thought this up was certainly an engineer or some frustrated mechanic. So basically, it is just a metal shaft. Oh, I think I got it out and turned it upside down. Just a metal shaft here. It's hollow in the middle. It's not solid. It's just sheet metal here. And on the end are two sprockets. And these are 3/8 of an inch in size. And that's important. I'll explain why in a minute. And what it's designed to do is to use a socket and a ratchet to be able to operate that in a space that's too tight to normally do that. Like you would stick it down into the engine here with the socket on the end, and you could still turn the ratchet on the top to make it work. So what it came with are 3 adapters. I'll show you the middle one here. A 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch for your different size sockets. And all you do is you put one of them in the end like this, and then you put your socket on it. Let's see, 3/8 one. Put your son, dog's gonna entertain you now. Put your socket on it like this, and then you put your ratchet on the other end. Now, depending, you could go either side here, as you see. Let's just say we're going to use the opposite side. So I put and this is a 3/8 inch ratchet, so that should fit down in here, I believe. Yep, there. Okay, I'm doing this behind the camera, so I'm hoping that you can see what I'm trying to do here. And then you can turn it to whatever you want. Inside the housing here is a chain that runs around these two sprockets. So as you turn to one side, you can see here the other side rotates. Let's see if I can, there we go. And I think there is enough torque that can be had from this system that you would be able to loosen bolts, even ones that are very difficult to get at. So I'm going to try this on the Mercedes and see if I can get that valve cover off, and and then replace it with replace the gasket and put it back on and tighten it back up and see if that doesn't solve my oil leak problem. But you can see that this might have several applications depending where you're working, what you're doing. This particular one was under $30, and again, it comes with the three different size adapters, and it also comes with what do we got here? It's a little 1/4 inch. A little 1/4 inch sleeve. It's not a socket, it's just a pass-through sleeve. I guess in case you need extra length. I don't know. I mean, I haven't used it yet, so I don't know. So, and also then when you decide, if you decide, well, I don't need the 3/8 inch, you pop this adapter back out. It's designed not to come out easily, I guess, so that you don't lose it when you don't want to. The 1/2 inch, as you can see, and it's only 3/8 obviously, so you can't slide it through from the underside. You have to put it through from the top with the 1/2 inch, but that will go in here too, as you can see, and then you can put a 1/2 inch socket on it easily if you're doing have a bigger job, or you need bigger a bigger bolt. So again, that works fairly easily. And then I know this is kind of unnecessary to show all this, but while I'm doing it, I might as well. And then you have your 1/4 inch adapter for if you have a small project, have a small bolt you need to pull out, or a small nut you want to take off. And there you go. There's your 1/4 inch. And again, it will spin as you turn the ratchet. So this is pretty neat. I'm excited to try it because I think it's going to solve my problem. But it's also a tool that I will keep for whenever. I never knew these things existed until I just read that account online. And like I said, Amazon has a few different types of these. And I don't know which one might be better than the other. I have no idea at this point, because I just grabbed one that I thought was a bit cheaper than the deluxe one that the other guy was talking about, but it seemed to be similar in style. Now this one is, I think, 13 inches long, and I think there were some that were 15. So I imagine they probably come in different lengths depending what you may need. But this seemed like this should be, if I can reach down in at least a foot with this, then I should be able to reach almost anything in like an engine, either from the bottom or the top, or in other equipment perhaps. You know, I don't know if I'd run into something, say, with a snow blower, or you know, my log splitter, or something else that might, even my Cub Cadet, there might be something that's hard to reach. Something that was designed that way by the dog's digging. Okay, stop it. Something that was designed that way by the company, so that you'd have to go into the shop and pay their rates. So this is for do-it-yourselfers, and we'll see how well it works. And when I go to do the work on the Mercedes, I'll do a video with it, and you can see this thing in action. But I just wanted to show you this, since I just got it, just came today, and looks good. There's nothing that I can see in it that looks cheap. I mean, it's heavy duty metal, so we'll see how it works. All right, well, thank you folks for watching. Thank you for supporting our channel the way you do. Thank you for liking, subscribing, telling friends about what we're doing, sharing the videos. It all helps, and as we work together to have the kind of lifestyle we want, living out in the country but doing it on a shoestring. Thanks again.